Alright, General H here with the review of Christmas ornaments from Hallmark. It's for 2013. Um, I guess I picked, this is my top three picks. They had some other pretty good ones if you like Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. Um, but basically, kind of in a family tradition to always get one of those Star Trek ships. And then they started coming out with Star Wars soon. Well, actually several years after. I kind of lagged behind before they got to that. Where I thought, unless at least since I noticed. But they used to have a Star Trek ship every year, and finally they started doing the same thing with the Star Wars vehicles and ships. This year they didn't have a ship. I usually go just with starships. Um, I know sometimes like Star Trek this year they had a bunch. It wasn't like just one vehicle a year anymore, or I think they had every year they have a vehicle and a character or something. Now they have like I must have saw like five different Star Trek ornaments, and most of them were not vehicles or ships. Star Wars. The only vehicle I saw was this AT-AT, I think they're called. Um, so I kind of, because of that family tradition, I go with Star Trek vehicles, and then kind of carry that over for Star Wars. Because I know the first year that came out, they had the Millennium Falcon, so family got that too. And while I was there, and you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and plug this up. I'm sorry. Let me see. Maybe I'll make it look better. All right. While I was there, I saw that they have a lineup for National Lampoon's vacation shows. I know they had Christmas Vacation, but actually the one I got now I think might be from the original summer vacation. But let me go and show you these a little closer. This is the USS Kelvin. See if that zooms correctly. There you go, USS Kelvin. Okay. Uh, I think I saw this one in the movie. I think this is the new movie. I don't recall. Um, it's actually, honestly, I think it's a disappointing design. I'm getting tired of Star Trek just moving around the same combo over and over. I mean, you got the warp engine and that other thing. I don't know what it's called in the saucer section. So they rearrange those three things over and over, and this looks like they're, I don't know. It just, the design, as far as in the Star Trek world, a little disappointing. Doesn't look that great. But as for the ornament, disappointed as well, because I know some of the older Star Trek ornaments would let you actually put a light bulb in there and it would just constantly glow. And now what you got is a button on the bottom, and it takes like these little watch batteries, and you got to put it on like that. So it'll look nice if it could constantly stay on, but you have to come and turn it on. And I mean, other than the disappointing design, which I guess we can't help. If you want a vehicle, that's all that's out there. It looks like this year. Um, as far as the ornaments design, see, I wish you could have just stuck the light bulb in there like some of the older vehicles that they had, and it could have just made it glow constantly. But see, here we just gotta, and that's all it does. There's no sounds, there's nothing. A little disappointing too, because I know other years they'd say something. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just my tree, but for some reason I'm having trouble even seeing that, or enjoying that. Maybe it's just because the uh, the light doesn't stay on constantly, because it's already off now. So I mean, Star Wars. Like I said, the only good vehicle I saw out there, because they had this pretty neat Jango Fett looking guy. It was like flying around, but I'm more into the vehicles. Usually starships, but like I said, this is all they had as far as vehicles for Star Wars universe. This is they had some Ewoks too and stuff like that, but I just went with this AT-AT. Basically, you push the button down here. That's what it does. Okay. Um, that's a nice piece. I mean, it wasn't a star vehicle or starship vehicle. Um, still vehicle. Um, I don't know if they just already produced all the vehicles, starships that they could, and they ran out. I don't know. I have to look into that a little more. Um, I do know that, contrary to popular belief, that some of these old collector ones, like the real old starships and stuff, and vehicles from Star Wars and Star Trek, they don't seem to be that expensive. I know somebody told me one time, oh, you buy them, you hold on to them, and they're like collector's items. And I saw a website that sold them for like $20 each, and that's why I paid for these. These are well, actually, I think some of them might have been 30. Let me find my receipt. Hold on. I thought I had it here. Oh, I have the box. Here's the AT-AT, and I think the price is on there. Here we go. It was $29.95, so a bit pricey. Actually, with that vehicle, I'm actually impressed in the design and the little. I mean, cause I figured that I'm gonna use it as a. I mean, I think you use it as more as for more than an ornament. I'm probably gonna put it when I clean that up, or because I'm kind of in the middle of moving process. But I'm gonna probably put it right there. A nice little knick-knack counterpiece or something, right? So, but that was, again. Let's look at that. 39.90. No, 29.95. Let me zoom in for you. 29.95. So, $30 pretty much. Let me find that starship. I just had a box here of stuff. Here's a starship, and that was $32.95. So slightly more. But like I said, I was a little disappointed in it. I mean, you gotta push the button every time. I mean, look at that. This is just hanging there. I mean, it didn't impress me like the old ones. While I was there, then I found this. National Lampoons Vacation, right? I would say Christmas Vacation, but this one, people are telling me that the song that plays on this ornament is not the Christmas Vacation one. I believe this one was $20. This was, I guess, the more affordable one. 19.95, so about $20. Now they did have some that were specifically Christmas Vacation, like Chevy Chase was like gonna plug up the wires, and you push the button and it goes hallelujah, like from the old movie. I looked at the history of them online. It looks like the first year they came out with like Cousin Eddie's RV, which you put on a tree, no one would recognize. I'm like almost 100% sure there's nobody out there that would recognize what that is, because it's just like, what? So I didn't bother buying it. I think I saw that when that came out that year. The Chevy Chase one is like you're looking at him putting the wires together, and I'll let you look at this while I'm talking. And it's okay, not that bad. I mean, his wires like start glowing and fizzing in and out, because the power's gonna die out, But I think there was a better one another year that they look like you could see the whole house, and you could see the scene from behind Chevy Chase, and he was real miniature and little, and you see like a big house, or the house about that big, and he's like real little, and you push the button and the house lights up, and that was pretty good. I missed that one that year. But this one is the station wagon they have, and it looks like they have the I think if you recall the film of the grandmother died, and they like put her up on the top of the vehicle, right? So she's included on there, up there with the luggage rack. And basically, I mean, it's a cheapy piece. I mean, if it wasn't, I mean, because it's just like, it feels like a cheapy quality compared to these other vehicles from Star Wars, Star Trek. But I mean, it's decent. If it didn't tell me, the box didn't say Christmas Vacation, if it didn't have the button with the music, I think it's just like a cheap stationery. Honestly, I think it was a kid's toy. If I found it like at a thrift shop or something, I wouldn't even realize it was an ornament. But I think it's worth it though, because it's nice. Because once you hit this, let me see. Awesome song, by the way. Awesome song. Hope you hear that. All right, so like I said, I just couldn't pass that up when I saw that. When I saw somebody hit that button when I was shopping for these other vehicles, Star Trek and Star Wars, I couldn't pass that up. Like I said, what is that? It's like stickers on the front. I mean, kind of cheaply made, but it's only $20. And it does have that song. They all take watch batteries, and like I said, aside from the ship not being constantly on, that was disappointing. But this adds a lot of fun to people. I actually bought that as several, gifts. Of course, not for Christmas, but like a pre-Christmas, And I got it on several relatives' trees. General H sign out. This is my pick. The 3 best ornaments out this year in 2013. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.